What is going on YouTube? Today I got a special video. Well, actually I got two things in this video. Last video I went to Pastaaman and got their Rasta pasta. It was really good, so I decided to go again and get something from there again this time, twice in a row. I don't know if I've got something twice in a row for a video before, but we're doing it now because I seen a chicken parm sandwich. Now, the reason why this is important is because I hate chicken parm. I think I said that before. I think I even said that in the last video actually, but I hate chicken parm. The last time I had chicken parm was like 2017. I went to Kelsey's and I got a chicken parm and it was like 24 bucks. And back then 24 bucks for one meal is a lot of money. And I ate like 3 bites and left it there. And my stomach was hurting afterwards. So yeah, me and chicken parm don't go together, but I got it this time. Even when I was getting it, he's like, have you had this before? And I'm like, hell no, man. I had your Rasta pasta. And he's like, this is like the most in-demand thing he got. This was the last one he had. He's like, usually people ask him a week in advance to make this for them because they like it that much. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because there is a cheese pull for this. I just saw it a little bit. So before we get started, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and comment down below if anything I'll try anything to talk about. I'm down to this. Always check out the timestamps down below. Let's go. Cheese pull right here. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's a good one there. So let's get the first bite here going. Chicken parm. Oh yeah. He asked me if I wanted it spicy. I told him yeah. Mild though, or medium. And it is medium spice, but it was a good sandwich. Also, last time I ordered it, this time I went to go get it. And it's like an Indian food truck. I didn't even know it was a food truck or it was like an Indian place. I just seen it on like Uber Eats and I got it the first time. So I just assumed it was like an Italian place, but it's not. But either way, I went there. That place had a lot of people waiting for it. It was in a parking lot and there was like 12 cars parked in front of it, just waiting for their food. That man was busy. That cheese is good, the spice is good. The chicken's juicy. The crust it has on it is really good. The seasoning's really good. I'm so happy this is my first chicken parm in like 7 years. No, honestly, it might have been longer than 7 years because I know it was a long time, like 7 years, but it might have been before that too. All I know is that was the last thing I got before I just started eating the spinach dip there. Their chicken parm ruined all their food for me. Also hated working there too. At Kelsey's, that was the first time I worked in a restaurant and there was like no one really my age. At the time when I worked at Kelsey's, it was like 2018, so I was like 24. That's right, yeah. I'm 30 now, 24. And everyone was either like 17 or 18 or like 40 and up or 35 and up. I was like, what is this? Where's all the mid-aged people, like middle of the aged people? No one was here. And they weren't friendly. The people who were younger, or at least I didn't really talk to them. The owner was like a super penny pincher, like, nah. But Thursday was like wing day, where I think there was like half price wings if you dine in or something like that. Something like a pretty good deal. I'm not gonna lie to you, but he was like, on those days, don't give people containers. I'm like, what do you mean? Don't give people containers. He's like, don't give people containers. And I think I said this before in the video, but I got a few more subscribers since then, I'm sure. So I'll say it again. He said no containers for people. So basically, even though you were sitting and eating and getting the deal, he wouldn't want us to give people containers so they could take the food home. They would have to either leave it and waste it or eat it. I'm like, why? They're already sitting down and eating. You're not extracting any more value out of people by not giving them containers. Dumbest thing ever. Like, I completely understand not wanting to give them containers, like, to go, like ordering it to go with the deal. Like, obviously that's like a dumb idea. Why would you give people half price off to go? Like, the deal is to get people to sit there and order like an appetizer and dessert and like maybe a secondary entree, because wings for some people are appetizer, right? So it's like, that guy, crazy. You also get written up for like the smallest things. Like, at the end of the night, you'd have to like take out the containers in the kitchen at the expo station, and there's like a bunch of sauces. You'd have to fill up a bowl with like new sauce, and then scrape the old sauce on top of the new sauce type thing, right? So you got a layer of new and old sauce. Yesterday's sauce and today's sauce, which I guess is not that big of a deal, but you had to like scrape. You had to take like a little squeegee spatula thing and scrape the sides of it, and he would check. And if there was too much sauce on the sides of its container, like the inside of it, write it up. I'm like, man, it's okay. I understand you're trying to save money because he's rich. Rich people will stay rich by saving money, I guess. I was just thinking to myself, are the profit margins like gonna increase that much if we don't scrape the sides of these containers? These like inserts? I don't think so. And I've had a couple jobs where like managers are dumb. I remember I worked at the Source for like 20 days. It was the dumbest thing ever. I just worked there for a little bit of time before I started at like another job, just because I wanted some extra money. So I worked there. And I didn't actually even want the job too. I kind of just stumbled into it and I was like, let me just do it. And then I got it and I'm like, damn it. But I remember that store was so cold and I had these like modules to do. Like most of you have probably done before at jobs, you have to do like modules on the computer. They had a computer in the back. And I was like sitting back there doing it. And the assistant manager was some like lazy guy. And he'd like always want to sit in the back and do nothing while everyone was outside and work. But he couldn't do that if I'm back there. Because one, he might think that I'm going to be like, why is this guy just sitting here? And then two, I was sitting in a seat because there's only one seat back there. So he told me to go outside and go on one of the random ugly Dell computers like that were there. Like the ones that barely even worked. Like I'm sure if it was like a nice Dell computer, like fine, but it was like one of the ugly, you know, they're on like display and they didn't, for some reason they were like broken and didn't work. So I'm like, how are these on display? He had me standing there in the cold going like this, like just standing and like, because the computers are kind of high, I guess. So I'm just like on the modules, just in front of everyone doing my training stuff. And I'm like, isn't there confidential information on this? Why am I doing this in front of everyone? And like, why am I standing here? I feel like this is super unprofessional. Just having me like a worker standing here doing these modules that are supposed to be done in the back on the computer out here where all the customers are watching me do it. Like, I don't understand, man. Made no sense to me. And that guy was no help while I'm there. Like literally zero help. I remember my last day, basically I went to work and I went to work like 30 minutes late because I don't know. I was just like, I don't want to go. I hated it. I was like hanging out with people. I'm just like, I don't want to go. And then I ended up just going, but I was wearing the wrong shoes by accident. I didn't realize I had the wrong shoes. So I told him, because he was just like, why are you wearing the wrong shoes? He's like, go home. I'm like, yeah, okay, sorry. I didn't realize I was wearing the wrong shoes. I can just go home and get my shoes. It's like 2 seconds away, right? And then he's like, no, just go home. Don't come back. And just come in for your next shift. I'm like, okay. And I went home and then I messaged him. I'm like, I'm not coming back. I quit. And then he was like, oh, what's your email? I just didn't answer. I'm like, why are you asking me? You can just find that out yourself, man. No shoes were my fault. Fine. But that place sucked because like, why am I like doing modules for everyone? Or you guys not giving me adequate amount of time? Like the systems, everything's so outdated. That's another thing I don't understand about like jobs is why do these systems look like they're like made and supposed to be operated on like Windows 95? It's like so antiquated and it's just like a black screen and then there's like green numbers and it's like, you know, it's like how old computer, it looks like binary almost. It's like these old computers and old systems I don't understand. But yes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Which is, I guess, why they still use it. But yeah, whatever. This will be the final bite here. Oh. All right. So that was Pastaaman. I think it's called Pastaaman Plus, actually. Their chicken parm sandwich, that was really good. Like, I want to give it like a high score just because, like, I thought it was really good. Plus, I don't eat chicken parm sandwiches that much, so I don't know what the upper echelons of chicken parm sandwiches can be. I know, like, I could get it. I give it a high score and someone else will eat it and be like, what the hell? It's like the worst thing ever. You should try this place, but that's what we call a difference in opinion. But I mean, I just have this one singular opinion of this. And then the other time at Kelsey's, like years ago, and then probably whatever time before that, which I do not remember because I even barely remember the Kelsey's one. So it was good. I'll probably give it like a 9 out of 10. I think I give the pasta a 9 out of 10. I'll give this one a 9 out of 10 too. The bread was nice. The chicken was tender. It was seasoned well. The sauce was good. The cheese was like so melty and nice. Had a good cheese pull on it. The sauce was really good too to make it like spicy. It was kind of like a spicy marinara sauce going on with it. It was really good. Yeah, I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. With that being said, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below if anything I'm trying to talk about. I'm not new to this, so check out these suggest videos in the side. And yeah, thank you guys for always watching and listening to my misadventures and my jobs and like all that. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here and go edit this video. That was Pastaaman chicken parm sandwich, 9 out of 10 first review, and peace.